By the end of this video, you will easily understand the concept of anthropomorphism. As you can see, a koala is riding a motorcycle. Surprised, biking is a human activity, not typical of koalas. This blending of human traits with animals or other non-human entities is called anthropomorphism. So, the anthropomorphism means having human characteristics or shape in animals, gods, or objects. This concept is commonly seen in stories where non-human beings or things talk and act like humans, making them more alive and relatable to us. You must have at least watched an episode of the iconic TV show Tom and Jerry or the Indian animated series Chota Bheem. In Tom and Jerry, the cat and the mouse duo often stand on two legs, use their paws like hands, and express emotions just like humans, showcasing anthropomorphic traits. Similarly, in Chota Bheem, Jaggu Bandar is a monkey who can talk, think, and act just like a person, making him an anthropomorphic monkey. But anthropomorphism isn't just a feature of cartoons, it's also a prominent element of literature, like in the ancient Indian collection, the Panchatantra. This collection uses animal fables to illustrate niti or right conduct and offers worldly wisdom through anthropomorphic characters. Let's move to other examples. George Orwell's Animal Farm 1945 is a renowned instance of anthropomorphism in literature. Orwell uses this technique to craft a political allegory of the Russian Revolution with animals characters. The novella is an example of the anthropomorphism for the following reasons. First, animal rebellion and governance. The novella centers around a group of farm animals rebelling against their human owner, Mr. Jones, to establish their own self-governing society, showcasing their human-like capacity for planning, organizing, and leading. All major visionary speech that inspires the revolt is human-like political rhetoric. Second, the animals. The animals in the farm exhibit human intelligence, desires, and vices and virtues. Napoleon's actions and strategies represents the human political elite who manipulate the others for their own gain. Unlike Napoleon, Snowball is intelligent, ambitious, and idealistic leader. Snowball advocates for the construction of the windmill, which he believes will improve the animals' lives by providing electricity and reducing their labor. Both of them struggle for power in very human ways. The horses Buxer and Clover work hard and show loyalty as virtuous characters. Orwell represents different classes and individuals of the Russian Revolution through the animals' characters. For example, Napoleon was based on Joseph Stalin, while Snowball drew inspiration from Leon Trotsky. Third, the commandments. The way the pigs alter and manipulate the 7 commandments, such as all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others to suit their interests, mirrors how human government manipulates law and public opinion. Another example is Black Beauty by Anna Sewell. Black Beauty, His Grooms and Companions, the autobiography of a horse, 1877, is a Victorian novel that pioneers a new genre known as a realistic animal story. It is narrated in the first person by the horse Black Beauty. The writer uses anthropomorphism in the novel to discuss several significant themes. One of them is the mistreatment of the horses and the impact of industrialization on society. The novel highlights how horses were treated poorly during a time when machines were replacing them as a mode of transportation. This reflects the hardships that both animals and humans faced during the Industrial Revolution. Sewell's purpose in employing anthropomorphism is not just to discuss the treatment of horses, but also to draw attention to the broader impacts of industrialization. The anthropomorphic horses express their dissatisfaction with being overworked and regarded as emotionless objects. The anthropomorphic narration allows readers to immerse themselves in the horses' lives and deeply connect with their experiences, particularly with Black Beauty. When Black Beauty describes the cruelty and pain inflicted by humans, we empathize deeply due to the humanized voice in which he speaks. This technique of giving animals human characteristics isn't just limited to novels, it is also a significant feature in poetry. A classic example is Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales, 1387. Some tales within the Canterbury Tales serve as another set of early early instances of anthropomorphism in English poetry. Characters such as Chanticleer and Reynard the Fox in the Nun's Free's Tale, the Falcon in the Squire's Tale, and a crow in Manciple's Tale are anthropomorphic animals. Chanticleer, the pompous rooster, not only possesses the ability to converse, sing, and display emotion, but also faces dilemmas. He vividly shares the dream of being killed by a fox with his favorite wife, Partilot, the hen. The interpretation of his dream depicts the rooster as possessing human-like intelligence. Through the rooster, Chaucer delves into themes of flattery, hubris, and the unpredictability of fate. Speaking of anthropomorphism, if you're curious to go even deeper into anthropomorphism, I have covered it extensively in my blog post. There, you'll find discussions on the purpose of anthropomorphism, how to identify it, and other interesting examples that we haven't covered in this video. Be sure to check it out for a more comprehensive understanding. The link is in the pinned comment. Now, let's move from the classic literature to the modern cinemas. We find anthropomorphic animals in the animated film Ratatouille. The movie Ratatouille tells the story of a rat named Remy who aspires to become a chef in a prestigious restaurant in Paris. Remy's desire to cook fancy dishes springs from very human motivations of following one's passion and creating something with meaning. Throughout the narrative, the characters grapple with dilemmas that reflect the intricate decision-making processes of humans. For example, Remy confronts a dilemma as he must choose between honoring his family's loyalty and pursuing his personal dream of becoming a chef. You can watch the movie if you're interested. So, we have discussed the concept of anthropomorphism, but what happens when the roles are reversed and animal traits are attributed to humans or gods? Interesting. Tap on the video to know the concept.